Hi guys, Mr. Lee's here doing the mathematics paper from 2022. We're on paper 2 and we're doing just question 1, the very first one, where you're presented with a triangle A, B and C, where A is -1, -1, B is 2 along, 4 down, and C is 7 along, 3 up. And we have to get the equation of the altitude through C. So the altitude from C hits the other side at a right angle. We'll worry about that in a wee second. Then we have to get the equation of the median through B. What does a median do? It goes from B and it goes through the midpoint of the other side. So let's get the equation of these two sides, then we'll worry about part C. So we need to get the gradient of AB first of all, and after we've got that, just go back to the diagram there. We need to get the gradient of AB, and that will allow us to get the gradient of the perpendicular going up to that. So there's A and B written down as coordinates. So the gradient is -4, take away -1, which gives you -4 plus 1, which is -3. And you have 2, take away -1, 2 add 1 gives you 3. So the gradient of A to B is -1. Therefore, the gradient of the perpendicular is 1. And so we have, just come back to the diagram there. So the gradient of that line is 1, and it's going through C, which is 7, 3. So we're now going to use y minus b is mx minus a. So y minus 3 is m. What was m again? 1 times x minus 7. 1 times x minus 7 is just x minus 7. And let's tidy this up. Move that over, change the sign. Move that over, change the sign. So we have y, take x, is -7 plus 3 minus 4. And that's the equation of the altitude from C. Now the next one, we have to get the equation of the median from B. Well, that goes from B to the midpoint of AC. So we're going to get the midpoint of AC. And how do you get the midpoint? Well, you add the x coordinates and half it. And that gives you -1 add 7, half it, that gives you 3. And then if you get -1 add 3, well that's 2, half it, you get 1. So the midpoint of AC is 3, 1. So let's get that there. So that there is the point 3, 1. We're now going to get the gradient, the equation of the line going through these 2 points there. So let's get the gradient. So the gradient is -4 take away 1, which is -5, over 2 take 3, which is -1. So we have -5 over -1. So the gradient is 5. Going through either of the 2 points you wish. I'm just going to use 3, 1, just to avoid negatives there. So y minus b, y minus 1 is 5 times x minus 3. So y minus 1 is 5x, take 15, multiply that out. Move the 5x over to become a -5x. -15 plus 1 is -14. So that's the equation of the median through B. Y take 5x is -14. And hopefully you've been doing these for long enough to realise that perhaps predictably, part C is find the equation of the 2 lines that we've just got in A and B. So that is simultaneous equations. So let's get to that one there. So we have y take x is -4 and y take 5x is 14. So you might have been taught simultaneous equations, different to me. I'm just going to multiply this by -1 to give you minus y plus x is 4. That's it written there. And then you just add them together. Y add minus y, they disappear. -5x plus x gives you -4x. -14 add 4 is -10. Divided by -4 gives you 2.5. And of course you can use a calculator now. And then you have y take away x is -4. That's using this top one there. We know that x is 2.5. So we put that over. So y is -4 plus 2.5. So y is -1.5. And again, use your calculator whenever you want. So x, so the lines cross at 2.5 and -1.5. Just be careful you get these round the right way and don't lose a point. There we go.